What's up, YouTube? Country CEO back in the house again, man. What's up? What's up? It's a wonderful day, man. Look, I hope everything is well on your side of town, wherever that may be, right? Right. Look, got a little game for you today. One of the guys asked a question about my experience with the road truck. I think I had shared in the previous video that I used to be into road trucking as well. Had bought a brand new Peterbilt back in 2005, and that experience just did not go well. And so it was asked if I would share that experience of having done that, right? So I had been in the dump truck business since 2000, and so at about year 5, I had this little burning for some reason to want to diversify or try road trucking, right? Had a relative that was hauling plastic pellets for one of the local popular national companies. And so I wanted to try it, and so I talked with him, and he agreed to drive the truck. At that time, I did not have Class A CDL or tankers, so I could not drive the truck, right? So went down to the Peterbilt dealership, bought a brand new 2005 379 extended hood Peterbilt, still with the plastics on the seat, right? $125,000. That's what they were back then. You won't get it for $125 now, right? And so we leased on with plastic pellet company, started hauling, right? All right, and so things were going well. But one of the things immediately I began to experience that I did not know is that with road trucking, pretty much half of your revenue goes to fuel. So, it sounded good when I was researching to get in it, and that these guys were making $7,000, $8,000 a week, $6,000 a week, that kind of money. But what I didn't know at least, or hadn't got enough into it to know and see it on paper, is that if you make 7,000, or let's just say you make 8,000 a week, 4 of it going to fuel, right? Because you're going to the states, you're traveling, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, New York, South Dakota, California, and so you're burning fuel. And so out of that $8,000, 50% went to fuel, right? So you would clear 4,000. Well, out of the 4,000, you road drivers were making at least 30% back then. All right. And so if you said, you're paying him off the gross before the fuel. All right. And so you figure 30% of $8,000, that's 800 is 10% times 3. So the driver's getting like $2,400, right? And so you do the math, what that leave you at? $1,600 on an $8,000 a week, right? And so 1,600 times 4 is about $6,000. Is that right? 1,630, yeah, about 6,400. So certainly enough to pay the note. Note was like 2,200. The insurance was through the company, and so there was some profit there, So it wasn't like I wasn't making any money. There was some money to be made. All right, but I want to share with you some things that, as I look back on it in retrospect, that I would do differently now that I look at it. Right. All right. So first thing is, I'll say it all the time: don't ever buy something that you can't drive yourself. Right. I think that was really the really big mistake that I made, right? Is that I shouldn't have bought that truck unless and or until I was certified, had a Class A with tankers. I got Class A now, don't have tankers, but I didn't have that time, right? So if something happened with the driver, he couldn't make it, he gets sick, right? I basically was stuck, right? And so that just was a no-go, right? So I would advise anybody, again, don't buy anything that you can't drive yourself. I did not have the Class A. I did not have experience over the road. Let me say that as well. Not only did I not have the license, but I did not have the experience. But at least if I had the license, the driver could have trained me to drive the truck. So that was another mistake that I made. All right. And again, I wasn't an approved company driver. See, dump trucks and road trucks are one of the distinct differences is you can go grab a guy tomorrow, and if his license is good, put him in your dump truck. But you can't go grab a guy and tomorrow and take that load to California, right? They ain't going for that. You got to get that driver approved. And anybody who knows road trucking with companies, it takes several days for that to happen. You ain't just finna stick a guy in the truck. He got to get approved. He got to go take drug tests. I mean, it takes like 2 weeks sometimes, 2 and 3 weeks to get a driver approved, right? All right. So don't buy something you can't drive yourself. Number two, you will lose money if not careful, right? Facts about what you make. I shared with you that, folks be hearing that say, oh man, made $6,000, truck made $6,000-7,000 a week, $8,000 a week. And then I've seen guys get in it and then you're not clearing or profiting, that big number, right? So if somebody's talking to you about that, make sure, because that's what got my attention. 6, 7, 8. I had several friends, brother-in-law, guy I grew up with, several guys, and you hearing them bark out these numbers, $7,000, $8,000, I'm like, oh, whoa, that's a lot of money, and so and so be sure to do your due diligence in finding out what is the profit that you end up with at the end of the day, right? Second thing is you got to have a dependable driver, right? Driver I had, he enjoyed doing it, for a while, but then he decided that he didn't want to do it anymore. And I mean, that happens in the business, right? And so, and that kind of left me. I did manage to get another guy, but he was a plumb knucklehead, right? And he ended up just looked like all kind of things started happening to the truck. This is a brand new truck, right? And this guy had a girlfriend in another state that he was stopping off, spending the night with, all kind of stuff, man. And I soon realized I was in trouble because, again, now I got a truck that I can't even drive, all right? So be sure if you're going to get a road truck, it needs oversight. I didn't really have a whole lot of time to really be honed in and give it a whole lot of oversight, and that kind of bit me in the butt on some things as well. So you will lose money if you're not careful of some of those things right there. All right, and so eventually I ended up getting with my Mac dealer. Watch this now. We were so close. And I got him, man, I need to get rid of this truck. Okay, do you know anybody? And he hooked me up with a guy that ended up taking the truck off my hands, right? So thanks be unto God for that. But it just was a bad experience, but I can't put it all on the business part of it. Some of it was me because I went in what I consider to be ill prepared, okay? All right, and so finally, here's what I discovered about life, brothers and sisters. Stay in the lane of blessing. That's a lesson I learned from that whole ordeal. God was tremendously blessing me in the dump truck business. I myself took it upon myself to call myself diversifying. Notice what I said. I took upon myself, not God opening it up the door for me. I took it upon myself to diversify. I felt that's what I needed to do, but that ain't what God had in store. God had blessed me tremendously in the dump truck business, as he's still done in these 21 years. So I tell anybody, whatever area God is blessing, stay in your lane and ride that lane of blessing. Let me put it to you another way. Rick Warren puts this way. When God sends the wave your way, ride the wave that God has sent. Don't go try to create your own wave. Did you get that? That'll preach right there, man. Whatever wave, in other words, however God is moving in your life, ride that wave. Don't go try to create your own wave. Man, I could preach that thing right there. All right, so identify the lane of blessing where God is moving, and then you move with that, right? Curiosity kills the cat. My grandmother used to say that. Curiosity can kill the cat, right? A cat is known as being a curious animal. But if that rascal turn a corner and there's a dog there, he can get his butt ate up or tore up, right? So curiosity bit me in the butt. I was curious to get over and out there in that business. It bit me, right? So don't let curiosity cause you some pain, okay? All right? Let God open the doors that he has already pre-designed for you, okay? All right, so here it is. I'm getting out of here. If this video has been valuable to you, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Hit the notification bell, share this video with someone. Also, we got channel memberships now. You desire to be a part of the Country CEO channel and experience some extra perks and things that I'm doing for my channel members. Go check that out. Join the channel as well. Finally, let me leave you with this. Be careful not to grow too fast before you've laid a foundation. Be careful not to grow too fast before you first lay the foundation. Let me give you the example and I'm going to let you go. In building a house, you don't start framing the house before you pour the concrete slab. Preach Jones. So when building a business, lay a foundation. Take your time and lay a foundation, and then you can start framing up and building your business, right? Don't move too fast like I did. All right, so look, I'm out of here. No grind, no shine. I hope this helps you. I'm gone.